1. This person fell in love with you, even with the age diff. God wants you to listen this now. My beloved child. Don't skip. Something powerful is unfolding in this very moment. The person you least expected has fallen deeply, silently, unshakably in love with you. And heaven has been watching this story like a divine movie written long before time began. They tried to fight it, they told themselves it was wrong, that the age, the distance, the timing, everything, made no sense. Yet every time they closed their eyes, your name whispered in their heart like a sacred echo that wouldn't fade. The connection wasn't planned, it was chosen. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They've prayed in secret, asking why their soul feels tied to yours like destiny itself. They couldn't explain why seeing your smile made their world stand still, or why their chest feels heavy when you're far away. But God did, because He's the author of this love story. This wasn't coincidence. It was divine alignment. That first meeting, that unexpected moment, that sudden warmth in your chest, all of it was heaven's gentle push. You were never supposed to pass by each other, you were meant to awaken each other. Don't scroll. Because what's coming next will make your heart tremble. This person tried to hide how they felt, afraid of judgment, afraid of what people would say about the difference in years. Yet every time they distanced themselves, life felt hollow, like color drained from their world. They see you not as someone younger or older, but as a soul that mirrors theirs perfectly. You bring calm to their storms, clarity to their confusion, and faith to their fears. In your eyes, they found home, and that's something no logic can erase. God saw how your souls met before your hands did. He saw the sleepless nights, the quiet admiration, the unspoken words. He knows this love wasn't born out of impulse, but out of destiny. That's why He's telling you to listen. Because this connection carries purpose. Don't skip. You are part of a divine plan that defies all limits. And even if the world doesn't understand it, heaven does. This love isn't ordinary, it's rare, ancient, and magnetic. It stretches beyond rules, beyond timelines, beyond fear. The person you're thinking of right now, they're not imagining things. They feel you too, every heartbeat, every shift in the air when your name crosses their mind. There were moments they tried to convince themselves it was just admiration. But every sign, every dream, every synchronicity kept leading back to you. They saw your initials in strange places, heard songs that spoke their feelings aloud, and felt warmth at random hours as if your spirit touched theirs. Stay till the end. Because what's about to be revealed will explain everything you've been sensing lately, the sudden pull, the restless emotions, the soft ache in your heart. God says this connection exists not to confuse you, but to awaken something deeper, unconditional love, patience, and divine timing. It's not forbidden, it's blessed. Because real love doesn't see numbers, it sees truth. There were nights they looked up at the sky and whispered your name, wondering if you could feel them too. And yes, you did, that random heartbeat, that sudden wave of emotion, that was their soul reaching for yours. They've kept it hidden, but it's growing stronger. Every time you speak, their world brightens. Every time you withdraw, it feels like winter. They are learning that love, when ordained by God, can't be silenced by fear or difference. Don't skip this part. Because you're about to realize this story was written long before either of you arrived here. Heaven is arranging the perfect moment, not when you expect it, but when both hearts are ready to receive. This person was sent to mirror your light, to show you how worthy, beautiful, and spiritually magnetic you truly are. The age gap isn't an obstacle. It's proof that divine love transcends everything earthly. They've watched you from afar with awe, protecting your name when others whispered, admiring your strength when you felt weak. You might not know this, but they've cried for you, tears of love, of fear, of surrender. Because deep down, they know your souls recognized each other before your eyes did. God is saying, this isn't random. It's a bond He personally approved. That's why, no matter how far apart you go, something keeps pulling you back like an invisible thread tied to your hearts. It's not obsession, it's remembrance. Your souls have met before. Stay till the end. Because the next days will reveal small, divine signs, a name repeated, a dream that feels too real, a message that comes right when you think of them. Heaven uses symbols to guide hearts like yours. Pay attention. Your love story doesn't follow the world's rules. It follows heaven's design. When you think of them and feel warmth instead of fear, that's your confirmation. When they think of you and feel peace instead of guilt, that's their healing beginning. The both of you are learning what sacred love feels like, the kind that breaks chains, not hearts. This isn't the kind of love that fades in weeks. It deepens in silence, grows in distance, and blooms through faith. Every time you sense their energy near, know that the angels are bridging the gap between you both. Don't skip, because this next part is crucial. There's a reason you couldn't forget them even when you tried. God doesn't let souls forget what He Himself joined. The connection was meant to challenge your beliefs and lead you to understand what unconditional truly means. And when the right time arrives, you'll both look back and realize, the age gap, the silence, the waiting, it all shaped you into the right versions for each other. Stay till the end, my beloved. Because heaven is setting up a divine encounter. It may not be dramatic, it may start as something small. A message, a chance meeting, a simple look that speaks volumes. But it will carry a vibration of destiny so strong that both of you will feel your souls shift. God says this union is not about timing, it's about alignment. He needed both of you to mature spiritually, to heal old fears, to trust divine love over public opinion. Now, as the veil lifts, you'll sense the pull becoming stronger, clearer, undeniable. And when it happens, don't run. Because love like this is once in a lifetime, and it's finally finding its way home. My beloved child. Don't skip. Something deeper is unfolding right now. Heaven is moving pieces in silence, aligning time, emotions, and faith to bring both of you into a divine moment that will make your heart tremble. For so long, this person has tried to hide how they feel. They acted cold, distant, even uninterested, but it was all a disguise for the storm inside. They didn't want to burden you, they didn't want judgment, but the truth is, they've never loved anyone like they love you. Stay till the end. Because this is not ordinary affection. It's a divine calling, the kind that changes everything. The angels have seen the tears you didn't cry in public, the glances you held back, and the words you swallowed when you wanted to say I feel it too. You've both been mirroring each other's pain and passion from afar. When you feel sad for no reason, they're thinking of you. When they get chills out of nowhere, your name has crossed their heart again. God designed it that way, to remind both souls that separation doesn't erase connection. Don't scroll. Because heaven is revealing the truth you've been feeling for months. This isn't coincidence, this is divine chemistry. Every barrier between you was meant to teach patience, not rejection. The delay is not denial, it's preparation. They never stopped watching over you. Even in silence, they've been protecting your name, defending your worth, speaking to God about you. They've asked, why can't I let go? And heaven answered, because it's not time to. The age difference doesn't scare heaven. The world may see contrast, heaven sees complement. You both carry something the other needs, wisdom and wonder, courage and calm, faith and fire. Together, you balance divine equations only few understand. Stay till the end. Because soon, everything will make sense, the late nights, the distance, the sudden emotional waves that came out of nowhere. This person's soul has recognized yours since the first glance. Even before they knew your story, something in your energy called theirs home. They never admitted it aloud, but you became their safe place in a world full of noise. They've read your silence, memorized your expressions, and felt your emotions without words. When you hurt, they ache. When you heal, they breathe again. That's how intertwined your spirits are. Don't skip. Because what's coming next will shake everything you thought was impossible. Heaven is removing every barrier that stood between your hearts, misunderstandings, fear, distance, and even timing. The bridge is already forming in the unseen realm. They've been waking up with your name echoing in their spirit. They've been dreaming of conversations that feel too vivid to dismiss. And when they wake, they whisper a thank you to God for crossing paths with you, even if the world doesn't understand it. Stay till the end. Because you're about to receive confirmation of everything hidden. A message, a memory, or a meeting will arrive, not randomly, but divinely timed. Heaven never rushes, but it never forgets either. You may notice strange patterns, repeating numbers, songs that mirror your feelings, or small coincidences that bring their name back when you least expect it. Those are not signs of obsession, they are proof that heaven is preparing the ground for a reunion. They've grown through the silence, just like you have. Both of you have matured under divine discipline. What once felt confusing is becoming clear. This love is not for destruction, but for destiny. Don't skip this part. Because heaven is whispering, you're almost there. The story that began in uncertainty is about to end in divine clarity. This person fears losing you, even though they act strong. They replay every word you said in their mind, wondering if you ever felt the same. They've seen others come close to you, and it stung deeply. Yet they chose to love you quietly, trusting heaven's timing over human haste. They want to tell you everything, how they noticed your smallest habits, how their day feels incomplete without hearing something from you. You live rent-free in their thoughts, not because they're obsessed, but because their heart found its mirror in yours. Stay till the end. Because this connection isn't dying. It's transforming. God is refining both of you to handle the weight of this blessing. The difference in age or time is nothing compared to the depth of your soul's alignment. They've stopped fighting what they feel. And now heaven is saying, it's safe to love without fear. The divine clock is striking alignment. You will soon notice how everything starts flowing naturally, a conversation that feels effortless, a message that opens what was once shut, a look that speaks volumes. That's how God works, subtly, powerfully, perfectly. This person has carried your essence through their days. Even when surrounded by others, their heart seeks your frequency. And lately, they've been realizing, no one else makes them feel the way you do. Don't scroll. Because your presence is their peace. Your absence taught them patience. And your memory has been the light they follow through darkness. Heaven is smiling now because both of you are close to the divine crossing point, where love becomes destiny, and silence turns into sacred confession. My beloved, stay till the end. The age difference was never an accident, it was a bridge between two souls learning balance, experience meeting innocence, wisdom meeting wonder. It's how God teaches harmony through love. Heaven has been protecting this connection from premature exposure. That's why delays, misunderstandings, and pauses happened, not to separate you, but to secure the foundation. Soon, everything will begin to flow with divine grace. A message may appear unexpectedly, or a familiar sign will remind you that it's time to believe again. And when that happens, you'll feel peace, not fear, not confusion, just peace. Because peace is heaven's confirmation. Don't skip the final truth. This person never fell for your looks, they fell for your soul. The way you care, the light in your voice, the strength in your silence, it all touched something eternal in them. They've realized that even with time, distance, or difference, their love for you never weakened, it matured. It grew from desire into devotion, from confusion into clarity. And now, heaven is whispering to your heart, get ready. Because when love is divine, it always finds a way back home. My beloved child. Don't skip. The moment both of your souls have been silently waiting for is getting closer than you think. The energy around you is shifting, and heaven is making sure the right time arrives without a single second of delay. That restless feeling you've had lately, the one that makes your chest tighten when you think of them, it's not anxiety, it's spiritual alignment. Their soul has started whispering your name again. Every heartbeat, every breath, every thought carries your echo. Stay till the end. Because soon, what's been hidden will be spoken. What's been delayed will be delivered. And the words they've swallowed for months, the love they've carried in silence, will finally find their voice. They're preparing themselves to speak, trembling between fear and hope. They've rehearsed 1,000 times what they want to tell you, but every time they imagine your face, their emotions overflow. They've been in denial for so long, convincing themselves it's impossible. But lately, signs have been too clear to ignore. Every path leads back to you, every prayer ends with your name. They've realized that what they feel isn't temporary, it's divine permanence. You might feel their energy right now, that pull that makes your heart race for no reason. It's because they're thinking of you at this exact moment, rehearsing the truth they've been too afraid to say. Don't skip this part. Because heaven is saying, this is the moment of release. The truth must come out. The love that was silenced by fear is about to speak louder than ever before. They're ready to risk misunderstanding, judgment, even rejection, just to tell you that loving you was never a mistake, but a divine miracle. Stay till the end. Because what happens next will feel surreal. You might receive a message at an unexpected hour, or hear something that stops time for a moment. That will be heaven's cue, the sign that what was once spiritual is now becoming physical. Their first words might not even make sense, they might stumble, cry, or go silent. But behind every pause, every tear, will be truth that only heaven could write. They'll tell you how they tried to forget you, but every time they did, life felt empty. Food lost its taste, laughter lost its meaning. Because no matter how far they went, your energy lived inside them. Don't scroll. Because right when they open up, your heart will recognize the sound of truth. You'll feel something sacred awaken, the same peace you felt the first time your souls touched. They'll confess they've been scared of the difference, of what people might say, of being misunderstood. But love that's pure doesn't fear, it fights through silence, judgment, and time. They'll tell you that your presence has healed them more than any medicine could. That your voice became their calm when everything else fell apart. That they never meant to love you, but heaven had already decided they would. Stay till the end. Because when they speak, it won't just be words, it'll be destiny unfolding in real time. Heaven's light will touch both your hearts, and the angels will rejoice because two souls finally recognized each other again. You might cry, you might shake, but you'll know it's real. Every delay, every doubt, every lonely night will suddenly make sense. Don't skip. Because this confession will carry the power of truth. They'll admit that they've been loving you in secret, protecting your name in silence, and praying for your peace every single night. They'll tell you how they saw your struggles and wished they could hold you, how they read your emotions even when you said, "I'm fine." They'll confess that your strength and softness have become their daily inspiration. And when they finally say it, "I love you," you'll feel a silence that speaks louder than sound. That moment will break something open in both of you, releasing years of waiting into one single heartbeat of divine relief. Stay till the end. Because that love will not fade, it will bloom into purpose. Heaven didn't align this for a fairy tale, it aligned it for transformation. This person isn't just returning with emotion, they're returning with intention. They've changed, healed, grown, and understood that love isn't about possession, it's about protection. They'll want to build something pure, something that honors God's timing. No rushing, no pretending, no fear. Just truth, trust, and tenderness. Don't skip. Because heaven is blessing this bond with peace now. The kind of peace that can't be faked, can't be explained, only felt. That's your sign it's real. You'll notice everything aligning. A sudden calm in your heart, a strange glow in your spirit, and moments that feel predestined. That's God saying, "This is safe. This is right. Stay till the end, my beloved." Because the moment they confess, your heart will know it wasn't a coincidence, it was covenant. The difference in age, the long silence, the unexpected reunion, all of it was part of a bigger plan. Heaven never makes mistakes in timing. You met when you needed to awaken, you separated when you needed to grow, and you're reuniting now because both hearts are finally ready. This love will be patient. It will take things step by step, guided by divine peace, not human pressure. Because heaven-built love doesn't rush, it rises. Don't scroll. Because what's coming is sacred. A new chapter written by God's own hand, where both souls walk side by side, no longer afraid of difference, but thankful for destiny. In that moment of confession, silence will fall like grace. Time will feel suspended. You'll look at each other, and everything will make sense, every pain, every delay, every unanswered prayer. They'll whisper softly, "I never stopped loving you. I just needed heaven to give me courage." And you'll realize, this was never about age, it was about timing, trust, and divine truth. Stay till the end. Because what begins next isn't just a love story, it's a spiritual awakening. Two souls finally returning home to each other, carrying heaven's approval in every heartbeat. And as the angels watch from above, they'll smile, because finally, love has fulfilled its divine promise.